Years ago, I learned this move called Mantra for my Learn With Me series. The old school CM viewers will remember the struggle.
We turned? I never... or this time, oh well.
It was one of those moves I was jealous of when I saw people do it. So today we're coming back, and we're gonna do it properly this time.
I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra.
I'm gonna be real, not the first cardistry move I recommend learning, but man, if you got the balls, let's do it. Or if you got the deck, let's do it. By now you probably know that I struggled a lot with this move, so I'm going to share with you all the pitfalls, mistakes people make, and some potential shortcuts in learning this even faster. Small hands, not an excuse anymore. Unless you just can't hold a deck, that's a problem. Let's talk about the deck and your hand first, because I feel like not a lot of people talk about it. So the deck that you're using should be slightly used. If you use a brand new deck, this is going to be very difficult. And if you use an old deck, it's going to be difficult as well. So I would say a slightly broken in deck that you've been practicing for maybe a couple of days or maybe even a few weeks. That would be ideal. And your hand should have some level of moisture on it. If your hands are completely dry, you're gonna have issues moving cards around and getting your index finger to kind of push cards up. So you can see that's gonna be a lot more of a struggle with dry hands. Now that we're all set there, let's get into the grip. You're gonna start with the deck in an elevated straddle grip. So pinky finger on the bottom, index finger on top, middle ring finger on one side, thumb on the other side. I'm holding the deck in my non-dominant hand. And of course, plenty of space between the deck and the base of your palm. Now, what's gonna happen is using your thumb, you're gonna lift up. This is all very similar to a Charlier cut. You're gonna lift up about 1/4 of the deck, 1/5 to 1/4 of the deck like this. And then you're gonna loosen your grip with your pinky finger and your index finger and let this packet drop here. You saw my grip getting looser. I push both fingers out to the side and pull them back a little bit. So you can see that happens there. Next, you're gonna remove your index finger. And as you move your index finger, you wanna make sure your hand is either flat or tilted a little bit towards the pinky. If it's tilted this way, the cards are gonna fall out. So you're here, use your index finger to push up. You're gonna be pushing this packet up with your index finger. The only excuse I can accept saying that your hand isn't big enough is if the thumb does not reach the top of this packet. So if this packet does not stick between, I guess this first joint, the opposite of the first joint of the index finger and your thumb here, that's the only way you can say you have small hands. If you can do this, you're okay. But back to where we were, we get into our grip, drop that packet, and then we push up with our index finger. Now we're gonna grab here, we're gonna almost release the grip with the thumb for this packet, but we're gonna keep this packet resting on top of this packet there. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna pull down with your thumb, apply downwards pressure as much as you can, and you wanna only grab a small packet. Again, let's say about 1/4 of the deck. So it should be 1/4 here, 1/4 here, approximately half the deck right here. As you're doing this, your index finger is gonna push in and up just a small amount. This way you can separate a single card from the rest of the deck. So again, this is here, there we go, this is here. Your index finger pushes in, and now this packet's no longer resting on top of this. This is resting on top of the index finger. So you push in and up, you'll see that one card will start to come out. That for me was the biggest struggle in learning this move. Getting this position wasn't too hard because I learned the Charlier cut, but adjusting this grip, push, and getting that card out was definitely the biggest thing for me. I think that's something that you'll likely need to practice the most, and a lot of moisture and what's the right word? The best word that I could find to describe it is like moist, hydrated, almost sweaty. And without that, this finger is gonna have a really difficult time grabbing this card, right? So there we go. As this is happening, this thumb is gonna pull this packet back and you're gonna open up into this display here. Now let's break everything down. So this packet all the way on the left-hand side or towards your non-dominant hand, this is being held between the thumb and the base of the index finger that we talked about earlier. This packet is just kind of lying down on top of this single card and the rest of your palm. And this packet in the back, let me move these cards out of the way. This packet in the back here, the corner is between the pinky finger, ring finger, and middle finger on the other side. So you can see this is held like this. You want to make sure you can get into that position. Once you end up getting to this position, there's one last hurdle left, and that is getting this card over this card. So you have to really stretch out your index finger, because your index finger is going to have to go stretch this card out so that this corner clears this packet, right? So this corner of this card clears this packet. This way, when you fold in like this card folds over and goes the opposite direction. And then I'm just going to walk through the rest of it. And then you're going to turn your hand. So right now your wrist is up. Turn your hand, wrist up, not down, but to the side a little bit. Your index finger is going to keep pulling out. It's kind of hard to do in slow motion, but you're going to use some of the momentum here to clear this card of the rest of this packet. Then you're going to take this card, bring it in. These fingers are going to fold this packet over and you're going to close. Okay. I know all that kind of went through really quickly, so let's go through it one more time. We're here. We open this up. You want to make sure that this card clears this packet. What I initially did when I first started was I used my pinky finger to kind of help pull this down a little bit. That is cheating, 100%. But if you do that, at least in the beginning, it'll help you get a feel of how the rest of the moves should go. So as you bring this face up, right, you flip this over, these fingers are now going to come, right? The middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger are going to take this packet, fold it over this, and then you tilt your hand just a little bit. And now using your, what finger is this? Using your index finger, you're going to pull this card out. Again, very difficult to do in slow motion. Let me go back. All right, we got to this point. We fold this over, and then we're going to pull this card out like this so it clears the rest of this packet. That's going to make that these two packets now become aligned. Pull this in here. And then once you've done that, your index finger is going to, right now your index finger is there. You're going to straighten that out. And as you straighten out, this packet will fall over because it was resting on top of your index finger. Then you close with your thumb. Talking through it, we get into our grip, go almost into the Charlier position, break off this packet of cards here, open up for the display, bring this card in, out, these two packets align, close in, index finger out, and close. You can also move your hand up and down as you do certain motions like display here. You move your hand up. Come here, as you close, you bring your hand down like this, up again as you're moving the cards up, and then you close. This way, when you do it up to speed, it looks so much cooler rather than just kind of being here in one place and doing everything like this. And up to speed, it'll look really nice. Let me tell you, you're gonna hate everything about this move when you're learning it, but trust, it's worth it. And if you wanna learn more moves like these with me, join the Underground Club for free. It rhymed. We just had our first live this past week, and I gotta say, I enjoyed talking to everyone. Practicing sucked. I'm terrible. But anyway, keep practicing, stay driven. Huge shout out to all my Underground Club members, and thank you, love you, see you soon.